Tell me. It been 20 years, bro. It been 20 years. I figure if I wasn't built like that, it'll show by now. It been 20 years, bro. I done faced every challenge motherfucker that life could throw at me, man. You ain't seen me fold, you ain't seen me break down.
I need that at the...
But I'm gonna tell you like this, when I saw that, I think T.I. fucking lying.
King Harris is back in the spotlight once again, only this time, the drama is on a whole new level. Forget the Waffle House fights and those messy court run-ins, because now his own baby mama has allegedly dropped a bombshell that shook the internet to its core. Word on the blogs is she leaked what people are calling a gay tape of King, and whether it's real or fake doesn't even matter anymore. The damage is already done. For years, whispers have been floating around about King's sexuality, with folks online saying he looked a little fruity or claiming the baby was just a cover-up. This leak only poured gas on all that speculation, sending fans down a rabbit hole of every old rumor they could find. Some are even pulling out those shady claims that King might not actually be the father of his son, and that his baby mama only got pregnant to secure the bag. And let's talk about his so-called gangster image. People have been saying for a long time that King has been cosplaying a street life he never actually lived. But the wildest part? Boosie didn't stay quiet on this one. Instead of calling out King directly, he decided to fire shots at T.I. himself, making it clear this drama is way bigger than just gossip. It's turning into a full-blown feud between families. So buckle up, because we're diving deep into the paternity rumors, the baby cover-up theory, King's fake gangster persona, his public meltdowns, and how Boosie just used this whole messy situation to try and humiliate T.I. in front of the world. And here's the kicker. Before this tape drama even hit the blogs, King was already facing accusations that he might not really be the dad of his own son. From the moment King's baby mama popped up announcing that pregnancy, the internet was side-eyeing her hard. The first thing everyone pointed out, she's older than him, and that alone had people dragging her like, girl, you knew exactly what you were doing. Then came the clip that blew up, King standing next to his baby mama holding their newborn. The internet was eating it up, but not in the way he probably hoped. That's when the money talk kicked in. People swore up and down she only got pregnant to secure the bag, like she saw the Harris name, the fame, the money, and said, yeah, I'm cashing out with a baby. And the wildest part? It didn't matter if any of it was true, because the comments just kept coming. Once the baby was born, instead of calming things down, the speculation exploded even harder. People were commenting, he doesn't even look like King, while others insisted King was just desperate to prove his grown man status. King tried to clap back though. He jumped online calling the baby his twin and saying the little one looks just like him. He even doubled down by posting side-by-side photos like, y'all can't tell me this ain't mine.
Yeah. King hell. That's my baby. That's my baby. Get it?
But the more King pushed, the less people believed him. And here's why. It wasn't just about the baby. The internet had already been whispering for years about King's sexuality, so when the pregnancy came out, fans instantly thought, oh, he's just trying to prove something. Now that this so-called tape is out there, those same people are pulling out the old receipts and saying this was the master plan all along. Use a baby to silence the rumors. And honestly, that's when the whole conversation started shifting, because while folks were clowning him over the baby drama, others started pointing out this wasn't even King's first time allegedly putting on a performance. For years, people have been saying King's been faking a gangster lifestyle that he never really lived, and now it all looks like part of the same act. King loves to talk tough, throwing himself into beefs and acting like he came straight out the trenches, but people can't help but remind him this boy was raised by T.Y. and Tiny, surrounded by money and privilege, with most of his childhood spent safe at his grandma's house. And listen, there's nothing wrong with that, but it definitely doesn't scream, I survived the struggle. Here's King in his own words talking about how he lived with his grandma.
I live with my grandma. You know, we'll go
to the house on like a weekend. They'll say, hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house. They'll come get me from my grandma's house. And right after we done, when the cameras go off, I'm right back to my grandma's house. Yeah.
Proof that the hood life he's selling just doesn't line up. That's why every time King jumps online, screaming about being from the streets, the comments flood in with, be serious. People say he's been trying to force this street persona to cover up the fact that deep down, he doesn't fit that image at all. It's almost like King is battling on two fronts, desperate to prove he's a man and a father, while also selling himself as a hardened gangster. But instead of making him look solid, it just makes his downward spiral more obvious. And that spiral hit a whole new level when those infamous Waffle House clips went viral. One video showed King going off on the staff, yelling, making threats, and acting completely unhinged, all over some late night food. Fans couldn't believe their eyes, like, this is T.I. and Tiny's son? Acting like this over waffles?
Nigga, I ain't listen. So what I'm saying is, they wasn't.
You can talk like that outside.
Hey, I can talk how the fuck I want to wherever I'm at. I'm on live, shawty. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. This ain't your fucking restaurant. This ain't your fucking restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Who the hell is he? What's your name?
What's your name?
My name King. You know it and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. File your shit.
Come back.
What? On game what? On game what? Come here. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. Come here. Come on.
The craziest part? His own dad went live the very next day, basically shaking his head at the whole mess.
Of course, I spoke to my son. You know, me and his uncles. You know, we were perplexed by his necessity to go back and forth with the short order cook. I didn't understand why he felt he needed to stop what he was doing to engage someone who was at such another level of life. Now, I had to explain to him that, you know, when people are not living the way they hope they would live, and here you is walking in with so much freedom and luxury, and you know, people gonna posture themselves a certain way. So therefore, you're gonna have to enjoy your life. You're gonna have to remove yourself from that energy and go enjoy your life.
Ty said he didn't understand why his son felt the need to go back and forth with a short order cook. He even explained that he and King's uncle sat him down, trying to drill some sense into him, reminding him, you live a life most people only dream about. So why stoop so low and argue with folks just doing their jobs? But King wasn't listening, and that only fueled the public's doubts about who he really is. Clearly, T.I.'s advice went in one ear and out the other because not long after, King's name was back in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. The biggest scandal? His arrest footage finally leaked, showing exactly what went down in Georgia back in 2024. According to police, King almost sideswiped a squad car while pulling out of a gas station. The officers said they immediately smelled weed pouring out of his BMW. And to make things worse, he had a gun strapped to his hip. When they ran his information, things only got messier. Turns out King had a warrant sitting since 2022 tied to speeding, driving on a suspended license, and even a DUI. He was supposed to show up in court, but straight up skipped it, which left that warrant hanging over his head for years. So the video shows officers pulling him out, cuffing him, and hauling him straight to county jail.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any of my questions or make any statements. So my question to you is, I found just a non-felony in that ashtray in the back, as well as in that basketball sleeve. So I'm gonna go over here and talk to these guys, and someone has to get charged with it.
I don't know.
It's not you.
No, I'm not talking.
You're not gonna talk to me? I gotcha. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't.
You need anything to go with you?
My phone.
Your phone? Where's your phone at?
In the car.
We're in the car.
You search you see.
I'm not looking for phones. I'm looking for drugs and guns.
Ask me where my phone is.
What kind of phone is it?
What color is your phone?
It's a clear case on it.
And while King surprisingly kept his cool in the footage, the internet did not. To them, this was just more proof his whole life was unraveling in real time. At this point, fans weren't just calling him reckless anymore. They were connecting the dots, saying the Waffle House drama, the skipped court dates, the gun charge, all of it looked like King scrambling to distract people from the deeper rumors he just couldn't shake. And then, boom, the so-called tape surfaces and things get even crazier because guess who couldn't resist chiming in? Boosie. Instead of staying out of it, he allegedly jumped online and started clowning T.I., throwing slick shots about how his son ended up in this mess. And the internet instantly caught the shade. It wasn't really aimed at King, it was aimed at T.I. himself. That's what made it so wild, because Boosie isn't just some random voice out here. He's got influence, he's got history, and when he speaks, people pay attention. And that's exactly why this feud hit a whole new level. Boosie has a long history of stirring controversy anytime the topic of sexuality comes up. This is the same man who had to publicly apologize to his own daughter, Iona, after making homophobic comments about her being gay. He hopped on Instagram trying to walk it back, saying he was sorry, but everyone knew what he really meant the first time. So when folks saw him inserting himself into King's drama, the reaction was instant. Isn't this the pot calling the kettle black? People were quick to call out the hypocrisy. Like, you've got your own family situation to clean up, your own messy comments to answer for, and yet here you are, clowning somebody else's kid. But the story doesn't stop there, because Boosie hasn't exactly had it smooth himself. Not too long ago, he had to take a plea deal on those gun charges, and if things don't go his way, he could easily end up back behind bars. So the fact that he's out here trolling T.I. right now, while juggling his own legal mess, shows this wasn't just about King, it was personal. And if you've been paying attention, you know T.I. and Boosie's relationship has been shaky for years. To really get why Boosie is even in the mix, we gotta rewind the tape and break down the timeline of their beef. And trust me, it explains everything. It all really started when Boosie made headlines for his comments about Dwyane Wade's daughter after she came out as transgender. That moment set the internet on fire, with people dragging him left and right for being transphobic. And one of the loudest voices calling him out, none other than T.I. Here's the clip that lit the match. Boosie talking about Dwyane Wade's daughter.
Dwyane Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male. A 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have it figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything at 16, and fall in love with her. But it's be gone. How you gonna? Like, bruh, you going too far, dog. Don't cut his off, bruh. Like, bruh, for real. If he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his off, bruh.
A moment that turned the internet against him and put T.I. directly in his crosshairs. T.I. didn't stay quiet. He went straight to Instagram, blasting Boosie, telling him to mind his own business and stop worrying about another man's kids. That moment planted the seed for this feud, and it only got uglier from there. A few months later, Boosie threw gas on the fire by straight up calling T.I. a snitch over his old federal gun case.
With the T.I. situation, if he did that, you're a fucking rat too. I don't spare no motherfucking body. Because if you doing anything wrong, you doing anything criminal-wise, and you cooperate with law enforcement to get you out of trouble, that means you're cooperating, that means you're a rat.
T.I. fired back immediately, saying nobody was going to disrespect his family and making it clear he wasn't scared to go head-to-head with Boosie if it came down to it.
And one of you niggas who have been to the penitentiary before, man, what happened when a motherfucker say somebody ain't right and they got there show their paperwork and they is right? What's the penalty for that? Can somebody tell me, what is that punishable by? Somebody tell me that. See, most of you motherfuckers ain't never been in no trouble, motherfuckers ain't never been nowhere. Anybody tell me. It been 20 years, bro. It been 20 years. I figure if I wasn't built like that, it'll show by now. It been 20 years, bro. I done faced every challenge motherfucker like to throw at me, man. You ain't seen me fold, you ain't seen me break down yet. Matter of fact, I come out smelling too good, the way you nigga think something wrong.
Here's Boosie in that Vlad TV sit-down calling T.I. a snitch, and here's T.I. clapping back, shutting down those snitch rumors with authority. From there, it snowballed fast. By the summer, Boosie started criticizing T.I. for how he was parenting his daughter, especially that infamous situation where T.I. admitted he took her to the gynecologist. Boosie went off calling him controlling and out of pocket, and T.I. snapped back saying Boosie was the last person who should be giving parenting advice. It got ugly. Shots were being thrown about family, street cred, even accusations of snitching. At that point, it was clear this wasn't just rap beef, it was deeply personal. For a minute, it seemed like things cooled down. Both of them went online saying they were moving forward and there wasn't really a problem, but by 2023, the feud sparked right back up again. Boosie accused T.I. of not standing up for him during his own legal troubles, and T.I. clapped back saying he was done babysitting and wasn't about to defend somebody who constantly disrespects him. Fast forward to right now, and it all makes sense. Boosie jumping into King's drama wasn't random at all. It wasn't just him being messy for clout. This was years of bad blood boiling over, and King's scandal gave Boosie the perfect chance to throw shade at T.I. in front of the entire world. For Boosie, this was the perfect moment to poke T.I. right where it hurts. And with King sitting in the middle of non-stop internet drama, he just couldn't resist. As soon as that alleged tape started spreading and Boosie chimed in, the internet wasted no time tearing King apart. And let me tell you, some of these comments were brutal. One person flat out said, "He was always weird looking to me. Too bad he took after Tiny and not T.I." That hit hard because people have been clowning King's looks since he was little, constantly comparing him to his parents. Then another person went even colder, posting, "He looks like that clown always trying to kill Bart Simpson, Sideshow Bob." And of course, the internet ran with it. Side-by-side memes started popping up everywhere, dragging him even harder. But the comment that really blew everything up was this one: "King about to be queen." That line didn't just clown his image, it tapped right back into those years of speculation about his sexuality, and that's exactly why this mess is way bigger than just a leaked tape. These comments prove people never stopped questioning King's identity, and with Boosie throwing shade, the whole conversation took a darker turn. This isn't just about King's spirals or rumors anymore. It's about years of bad blood between T.I. and Boosie that never truly went away. And now, King Harris is stuck right in the middle of a feud that's as personal as it gets. So what do you think? Is Boosie just being messy for clout? Or does he really have it out for T.I.? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this video so we can keep the conversation going.